I have no idea where that came from, but I'm kind of liking it. That's how Michael just whipped something up and threw it in here.
I'm digging that.
What's going on, y'all? Post Bankers Cup, we're still alive. I'm doing pretty well, but I'm alive, and I can say that after Bankers Cup.
Finally recovered.
Barely.
Yeah, right. Finally recovered. Ready for round 2 is all I got to say. Ready for round 2. I'm ready to bring home the belt for the realtors. Wait, before we get into this here, Chris, I think I was talking to Bill Hart. He had a pretty good point. It being the Bankers Cup, it sounds like it's a little rigged for the bankers, right? Like the realtors don't get a fair shake. It's not even named after us.
You know what? Okay. So a couple of points. You're absolutely right. It does sound a little bit one-sided there. That said, the real estate agent cup just doesn't have a great ring to it.
Man.
In fact, it sounds pretty damn bad.
Yeah.
It sounds like a horse race.
It sounds like a damn horse race. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Bankers Cup Q4 event horse race.
Horse racing? Whoa.
And just like that, it was born.
That would be super dangerous, but I am super in, is all I got to say.
That's funny. I was talking to Bill.
Jim's not ready for the stories to come out. Because guess who golfs with Jim? Guess who golfs with Jim? This guy. With Jim.
I'll tell you what. For the first year, we made it through the qualifier unscathed. And thank God. Because the weather had a chance. It depends on what you consider unscathed.
Right, I was going to say, the weather held off. Yeah, that held off.
Weather-wise, we got lucky for the first year, so I'm glad.
Right.
Andrea, how are you doing? What do you think?
I thought it was awesome. That was my first year, and I couldn't be more happy that I was there for the whole thing from start to finish. I was so glad to be part of the planning and logo design and everything. Hope everyone liked it and had as much fun as I did. It was great to see everyone in the industry, too.
Well, you did an bang-up job again. Like I mentioned out there, Andrea, for those of you who don't know, Andrea's done all of the graphics for both Bankers Cup events, the flyers. I mean, you name it. Between the two of you, the promotions that you guys have helped me do on this thing have been absolutely phenomenal. So I can't thank you both enough. And I think we had a very successful turnout as a result. So can't ask for much more.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people struggling to get their fill in with their different events, the different charity events, especially golf outings. But man, we when you call me, you're like, let's shoot for 50. I'm like, 50? What's wrong with you? Let's go for 70. And what was the final number?
We had 72. We actually had 76, but two groups the night before had to bail.
Wow.
But it was one on each side, so it didn't matter. I mean, we had even split. It was absolutely perfect. So, there was some good.
Was eager to just get out and do something social. Part 2, and he's like, it was so great to see everyone. It's like finally we're able to do something, and it's not. I mean, there's still everything going on, but what better thing to do than golf? You're distant, you're outside, and I think everyone was eager to get out there and do something social with everyone.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. It was great to see everybody, right? It was great to actually see Chris in person. I feel like I got tired of seeing you in that little room over there. I'm like, all right, that's enough. We need to get Chris outside where he belongs,
Right.
No, but it was amazing to see everybody. Yo, what's up?
No, and I'll tell you what, it seems like more so this year than the last two. Everybody stuck around for the most part afterwards.
Nobody wanted to go back home. We've been there too much.
It was great. So, of course, we had a couple people that had to bail. Everybody has to get back to work and snap back into reality. But for the most part, we had a pretty damn awesome crowd up there on that patio, just absolutely raging for a while. It was fun.
I know. I kept getting messages like, still there? You're like, yep. I'm like, holy crap. You guys are going hard.
It was fun. That was a good time. So
Nick, I texted you a couple times, Chris, throughout the day. I'm like, do you need anything? Do you need anything? You were nowhere to be found.
I was out zipping around the course. Just having
you were zipping everywhere, man. Yeah. There's no stopping Chris. Let me just ask you this, Chris. Yeah. Were you or were you not there until after sundown?
Midnight.
What? You said you're after midnight?
Yeah, it was. I think well, no, it was before midnight. I think I got home around 11:45, and I lived like 3 minutes from the clubhouse.
Right.
That's so 6-hour day.
From 9 that morning or 8 o'clock that morning till midnight. It's a hell of a golf outing.
I got there at 7, and it got to the point where, man, that poor bartender, he came out at 7:30 and was like, "Hey guys, we got to shut down." So I put a call into the GM, Rob, who was fantastic, and said, "Hey, mind if we stick around after closing because nobody's getting ready. Nobody wants to leave." And he said, "Do your thing, buddy." And then
should we tell the Jimmy Jim story?
oh God!
No.
And then the bartender stayed for us. He said, "You know what? Last call, schmass call." He said, "I'm going to stick around," and he kept on serving, so it was great.
Supposedly, yeah.
Right, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
I think that dude walked out with a mint in his pocket. I mean, everybody was greasing him. It was wonderful.
Yeah, right. Allegedly, again. Right, allegedly greasing. Right. No, but man, I'll tell you what, that was my first time golfing at the Bankers Cup. My actual first time golfing at the Bankers Cup. And on a couple holes, I didn't do bad. I had actually my coach is right here. Let's see. Coach Jim, I golf with Jim. He was coaching me. And the first half of the day, I started getting better, right? Because he's like coaching me. He's telling me to do things here or there. The second half of the day, a little alcohol started to kick in, and all of a sudden, all those things he's teaching me are just going right out the window, and we just went right back to normal.
Bingo. Yeah. And that's what makes it fun.
Period, or just in the Bankers Cup?
What's up?
That's your first time golfing ever? Or?
Oh, in the Bankers Cup. In the Bankers Cup. No, not ever. It's not the most. I haven't golfed the most ever, but first time in the Bankers Cup. Hey, look at this. Coach Jim looking out for me. I got potential. He thinks I could take home the belt one of these years.
You know what? I may have to rig it just to put you in the shootout and see what happens.
Yeah, put me in the shootout.
So for those who don't know, let's talk about that, and then we'll get back to like some of the awesome shit that went down the other day. Right. So the tournament round coming up next, unlike the qualifier, we are doing 2 9-hole best ball matches, agents against the lenders. So it's a different dynamic altogether. You're going to go out, you're going to have your 9-hole match card, you're going to play, you're going to come back, we're going to eat, we're going to drink, more. Yeah. Then we'll start drinking heavily. Then you're going to get your second card, you're going to go out, and you're going to play your second match. So all the points will be tallied up then. There are 10 points possible per match, right? Yeah. 1 point per hole. You get 1 point for winning the match. So 10 possible if you blank somebody. And then the 3 teams on both sides that have the highest point totals are going to the shootout. And we are going to take everybody from the field out. We're going to line the fairways, line the greens, and we're going to watch these 6 golfers.
It's a good time.
It's going to be freaking fantastic. So the shootout's going to be fun.
Actually lining the green and not having to worry about having to get hit because these are actually pretty dang good golfers. It's a good time, right? You actually line up the carts. It's just like if you go to the Ryder Cup, but it's at the Bankers Cup.
Bingo! So, it looks like a professional event once you get out there with the carts and everything. Don't drive on the greens. That's the thing. Keep the carts off the damn greens. Bad news if you don't.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Or across the drive where you drive. Don't do that because Jim might yell at you. No, but wait. I want to ask the crowd. I want to ask the people watching right now. Did the Bankers win last year? Oh, wait. Jim says lies. Oh, the Realtors must have won. As long as Jim says that, then it must be true, right? No, but the shootout, I'll tell you what, from last year was so much fun, actually watching the shootout. Let me ask you this. Is everybody in the second time? Or, how does that work with the golf in the second time?
Yeah. So the initial thought behind this Bankers Cup tournament was I wanted to bring 120 golfers out total, right? 60 on each side. Right. The tournament, the way it's the way it's formatted, 120 golfers is just way too much, but we could do 100 and support 100 golfers out there. So what I initially wanted to do was get 120 out there and then trim 20 and just go at it from that point. So we'd lose 5 teams on both sides. We only had 72 golfers this year. Given the COVID era that we're living in, it's successful. You made it.
I made the cut.
I made the cut. Everybody's back in. Everybody's back in. So.
Yeah, no, not everybody. Just say we made the cut. That sounds better. It's better for my ego over here. I made the cut.
You made the cut, buddy. You made the cut. So, but I'll tell you what. some of the shit that went down on Monday was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. We had, for the second time in Bankers Cup history, and that's only been 3 years,
right,
a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
We had another hole-in-one on hole number 13. All right. Yeah. Joe Jackson from Redwood dunks one from, and that was a tough shot.
Yeah.
With the wind pushing the way it was pushing, and the tee box was back. I think it was playing at about $165 or so, $170.
Right.
Joe Jackson aces number 13. Yeah. Then what happened on hole number 7 was Brian Pogue from Key Bank ended up acing number 7 about an hour and a half later.
Right.
But the damn COVID PVC discs that are in the cups kicked his ball out, so it didn't stay in there. Just like Jordan Spieth in the PGA tournament, so he wasn't allowed to count it. So I told him we should have counted it. He's like, Spieth couldn't count his, I can't count mine. But he basically aced number 7, so that would have been 2 hole-in-ones or holes-in-one if you wanted, whatever. Holes-in-one, hole-in-ones. I think it's holes-in-one. We'll just call them aces. I don't care.
Yeah. There's 2 aces. Yeah, I like that.
There were 2 aces on Monday, which is freaking absurd.
I can imagine that. I mean, 90% of the time, the few times I've golfed, once I hit it, I don't see it anyway where it goes. But
so we just imagine it's a hole-in-one.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
We had some really, really low scores. Scott Phillips and Dan Malloy came in. They were the low score on the day. They shot a 60. That's freaking absurd. So I'll tell you what, you agents are looking pretty damn nice right now.
Let's go.
Excuse me. If they come out and do that again,
so it's not like an average of the scores, right? It's just the highest. It's the lowest score, right?
Yeah. 2-man scramble. That was the score that they carded.
Good to know, because I might pull a hammy if that's the case. I can't do that to the realtors and bring us down that much. But,
right.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter, my man. I mean, you're going to have a couple teams out there throwing darts. And Malloy and Phillips were throwing freaking darts. And then you had 3 strokes behind them. You had Dave Best and Dan Hopkins.
More realtors.
They were 9. Yeah, they were 9 under. I mean, come on, dude. That's no joke. So
can't beat that.
No.
Bankers, you should just give up. You should just give up. We're calling it the Real Estate Cup next year.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. The bankers may have some issues this year, so they're gonna have to come out freaking swinging with their A game. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of freaking fun.
Were the teams that won it last year, did they not show up this year?
No, they were there. So Chad Smith was there.
Okay.
In some rare form, by the way, Chad. I had a good time with you. That was a lot of fun. He was out there on the patio with us until about midnight. So but yeah, Chad was there. His partner from last year, Dave Pickering, was not, and I can't remember why.
So he didn't have his ringer, is what you're saying.
He didn't have his ringer, but they posted a pretty damn good score. Yeah. We had some of the lenders come out and they played very well. Matt Cook was there with my old boss, Rick Blazak. You can't imagine that was all too much fun for Matt after like 4 holes.
I was going to say for Rick, but same thing.
But it was good. It was good. I'm looking forward to the tournament. I can't wait.
No, I'm looking forward to it too. What are the dates of it? And we still got we got a couple of sponsor spots open for the qualifier round, right?
We don't have any open spots for the qualifier because the qualifier's behind us. So I don't know if anybody really wants to come out and sponsor something that happened 5 days ago, 3 days ago.
Guys, I'm not a golfer. I think we all know what I meant moving forward. It's like what I say from half court in hockey. I think we all know what I mean, that like middle line, or I forget what we call it now. It's been too long. I'm still going to call it half court. So
you do you.
Chris, thanks. You could have corrected me off the live. Come on. All right. So for the next round,
you're absolutely right. So we had 72 golfers, 16 sponsors, 16 amazing sponsors for the tournament or for the qualifier. The tournament's coming up August 31st. So we're just over a month away. And yes, we have sponsorship opportunities available for that tournament if people want to come in. Whole sponsorship. We have the lunch, I think, is available, and dinner. Beverage carts are gone. That's it. The breakfast sponsorship was gone, taken by Infinity Title, Jennifer Fagan. But yeah, so we do have a couple. We do have a couple. I would encourage everybody to come in because, like we've been talking about, it's a freaking blast.
Yeah, it's a free for all. There's a lot of people there, a lot of big names that you want to be a part of. And I'll tell you what, you get the dinner sponsor. Everybody's coming back for dinner right around that time. So it's a good spot. It's a good one to get.
And it's a good spot. There was one he got to speak from the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, they haven't got to do a lot of sponsorship stuff this year because of COVID. So I mean, I'm sure it means the world to him that we still put this on and we went through with it and raise as much money as we can because they're losing out on so much this year.
Yeah, no, that's an amazing point, Andrea. And of him speaking before that, he was just so grateful that we're able to put this on, raise money for him. Because remember, all this, we're talking about how much fun we have, but it really is for a great cause, the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland. And the more sponsor money we bring in, the more we're going to be able to give back as well.
An amazing guy. He's been doing what he does with Boys and Girls Clubs for years. I can't say enough about him. So down to earth, and I'll tell you what, I mean, doing a job like that, you have to have a pretty damn big heart. And he does. So, that's why we do it. It's like we say, get all these posts. It's for the kids. I mean, we're just, like I said, trying to do our part here. So it works and we have fun doing it. So it's all good. Yeah. It's all good.
Awesome.
And then,
that's the first. Yeah, go ahead.
No, and I was going to tell you what. I mean, take a look at what we have behind me, because guess what's coming up 3 days after the tournament.
You're wild.
3 days after the tournament. How am I going to recover, man?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Bam.
All right. So what week am I just chalking? What week am I moving all appointments and everything away from? Just let me know, because apparently that's happening.
From August 31st, then in the first week in September, just chalk it up as a loss.
Just chalk it up as a loss. Just taking a big L.
Yes.
But it's for the kids.
I mean, it's for the kids. By the time you recover from the golf tournament, we're going right into hockey, and that's going to be 10 times worse. So we've got 2 Bankers Cup events in 1 week: Monday, Thursday, golf, hockey classic. I'm not looking forward to my life that week. I'm just not.
Are there many people playing in both? That's going to be like Happy Gilmore.
Right.
Yeah. So we had a few people out there that were golfing that are playing in the classic. So Al, Jeff McManaman.
Well, he kind of plays
Ratty.
Right.
Max Ratty was out there. I mean, you can kind of count me. I didn't golf, but I was there in rare form like everybody else.
Golfer, though, i.e.,
I participate.
Yeah.
Rick Blazak. All right. He's playing. He's golfing and playing
Scott
golf. Scott Phillips. Absolutely. Yep. We had the 2 GMs out there. Cook was golfing, and then he's going to have to be there. Sarah Medrick. A big part of the golf, and also the GM for the agent side on the tournament. So we've got a lot of people that are going to be at both, and just absolutely hating
loving life
come Friday. Loving life come Friday.
Yeah.
So
hey guys, but we had a blast at the qualifier round. I got it right that time. And we're gonna have a blast in the next one too, and the hockey classic. Make sure you grab your sponsor opportunities. If you weren't there at the first one, you can be there at the second one. Reach out to Chris, myself, and you guys can get involved. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you, Andrea. First round in the books, and we're excited for the second one.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, both of you, for all of your help. Appreciate it.
See you guys.